Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. So sometimes what I like to do if I am kind of lost for making videos or I'm not sure what I should put out next for nursing school type videos, I do a little research online, see what people are asking to see if I can have any decent knowledge to, kind of answer your question. So I was looking online and I saw one person ask, should I go to nursing school if I am shy? Or, should I be a nurse if I'm shy? And I thought that was really interesting. And I thought that I should personally go ahead and answer that because first of all, I am pretty shy. I was way more shy when I was younger. I was definitely more of the observer and kind of kept to myself and more quiet. And I was not really kind of intertwined and mingled and extroverted. I was definitely a huge introvert. And even to this day, I'm kind of more of an introvert. And even though I do YouTube videos, it's definitely easier for me to speak to myself into a camera or a phone versus if I had, a bunch of individuals in front of me. Not that I couldn't do it, but I would definitely be very red. So I thought I'd go ahead and answer that because I thought it was really interesting, and coming from someone who's more introverted, I think it'd be good for me to answer. So first of all, I definitely am more of a shy individual, like I've said, and I don't think that hindered me going to nursing school at all because, well, first of all, one thing, before I even went to nursing school or anything like that, I had my BS in biology and I started working at Forever 21 and Express in sales. So I was so shy. I didn't want to talk to anyone or see how anyone was doing. I was just kind of like, oh, you want me to talk to them? Do I have to? But to be very honest, I really appreciate working there because it kind of forced me to talk to people and interact and, ask questions and, that type of thing. So I think that really helped me kind of come out of my shell a little bit and not be so shy or timid around people. And I think that honestly helped me a lot. And then becoming a CNA before really helped also because not only were, was practicing communication skills and, interacting with people, but I was also doing that in a health setting. So that kind of intertwined was really helping me to get into the healthcare field a lot more smoothly. So it's hard for me to say if I didn't have those experiences, how it would go, but because I was almost sensually, forced to talk to people, I think that honestly really helps me into doing well in nursing school. So if you feel like you're a little bit more shy and maybe that's kind of holding you back from nursing school, I would try to maybe even get a job as a CNA or do something with sales or get into some sort of activity or club or something where you're kind of almost forced to interact with each other, or maybe might be a little bit intimidating, but maybe like some sort of improv acting class or something where you're kind of forced to talk and, express yourself and all that, because I think maybe sometimes more shy people, it's hard for you to express yourself, or maybe you feel like it might be weird or I don't know, it's different for everybody, but maybe something that kind of helps you get it out and show that it's really not as scary as you might think of the convoluted weirdness in your head. That might help you later on. It'll just help you in life in general. But as far as going into nursing school, being shy, it really wasn't a hindering factor because first of all, whether you're in the BSN program or ABSN program, you're with the same group of people throughout this whole program. It's not like when you take another major that you might have some classes with some friends and some, with others, and you're not everyone taking the same exact classes as you are at the same time. You're meeting all types of people, where when you're in nursing, you're all kind of going the same order chronologically with your classes. So you're with each other all the time. So you're going to make some friends at some point, you're just going to talk to people. You're in group settings, at some point you'll make friends and you'll have to interact regardless. So I don't think that should stop you. Second of all, when I was in clinical, I really didn't feel like any type of shyness took over, because I knew that I was there to learn and I was there to take care of people. And there was so much going on in the hospital setting that you don't really have time to sit and think, oh, I'm shy, I don't really want to talk to anyone. You're kind of more nervous of, you know, am I going to do well in clinical? I don't want to harm anybody, or, you know, am I going to be able to take care of them? I think your priorities kind of shift of what you're worrying about. So it's not like you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, am I gonna be able to talk to this person? You just kind of do it. And I think that's a really cool thing with clinical, because you're learning so much and you're doing so much, and you're interacting with all types of people. You're interacting with your patients, you know, your own preceptor, doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, PTs, you know, whatever. You're interacting with so much that even if you are nervous, that's going to give you the boost that you need to really understand how to communicate, and you won't feel as shy anymore. And even when you're working one-on-one with the patient, they're really just so happy that a student is there and someone is taking, you know, a lot of their time to spend with them, that I don't think you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I don't want to say the wrong thing or whatever. As long as you're there with genuine intentions and you're there to comfort them and take care of them and really learn and do what you're supposed to do. And, you know, I don't think the shyness is going to take over. So I really don't want you to think that you can't be a nurse or go to nursing school because you're shy, because there's so many different types of settings that you can work into. Maybe you're not the hustle and bustle type of person. Maybe you want to work outpatient, where it's kind of more relaxed and more one-on-one. There's less people to talk to. So that's the wonderful thing about being in a nursing career, is that there's so many settings for you to work in. There's so many different fields within it. So even if maybe you can't picture yourself in the hospital because you're just like, oh my God, there's so much going on. And to be honest, I really couldn't have pictured myself in the hospital. I'm definitely more of an outpatient type of girl. But I wouldn't let that stop you. I don't think anything really should stop you from going to nursing school if that's what you want to do. And especially don't let your shyness stop you, because if you let your shyness stop you from going to nursing school, it's going to stop you from doing a lot of things in life, and you can't let that overpower you. And it took me a long time to get to where I am now. It took, honestly, forcing me to talk to people to be able to feel more comfortable doing it on a day-to-day setting. And I feel like I don't have much of a problem in, you know, now as I did before. But, you know, I enjoy talking to people, but I definitely am more introverted and get my energy from being by myself, where other people get energy from being with people. So that's kind of my advice to you. I don't know if that really made any type of sense, but I definitely don't think that that should stop you. There's so many different settings. You will gain, you know, what you need to know. And I think also maybe the shyness comes from the unknown, because maybe you think, oh, I'm shy now, I don't know like the terms, or I don't know how things go. So that kind of makes you kind of more timid and, you know, get into a corner even more. But when you learn what you need to learn, you learn your setting, your type of patients and everything, and you just go in there because you want to be a nurse, because you know, you want to interact with patients, you want to take care of them, you want to get on, have a different relationship with them. So if that's your main priority, your shyness will just, I think it'll just float away, to be quite honest. And you will, you know, you might not be the most extroverted person, and that's okay too. But you'll find your people, you'll find your place, you'll find your setting, and I think you'll be just fine. So don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Just do what you need to do, and don't let that overtake you, because if you let that overtake you for something that you want to do or where you want to be, you're going to let that take over your whole life, and you can't let yourself do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps some shy people understand that it's okay, or someone that's introverted. I don't know if I look like I'm introverted or not or whatever, but I am, and took me a while to get to be okay, but just know that it's going to be fine. Just get yourself out there. It'll be all right. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I probably just said that. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please consider subscribing if you like nursing videos. I'll also put my Instagram right up here. Remember to always, always believe in yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye guys.